Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do this video a little bit differently to the others I've done. A few weeks ago I talked about where the be kind part of my mantra comes from. Today I'm going to focus on the be strong component and what it means to me when I say it. I'm going to use quotes throughout this video to support my stories as I go through it, and it gives me a focus to what I am saying. The first quote is about being unashamedly proud of who you are. Your uniqueness, your passions, your inner strength is what makes you you and makes you beautiful. If others can't see it and they try to drag you down with nastiness and judgments, then it's up to you to stand strong against them and continue to be you. I like to think that I'm a strong person because strong people raised me, not just a strong woman. I'm very thankful for the fact that I have two parents that taught me to be proud of who I am, to hold tight to my convictions and to think about others as well as myself. I always knew what would happen in my life would be due to my choices, and that ultimately I was the one responsible for what I would and wouldn't be. Mum and Dad never let me make excuses. I was shown the way to look at what happened and an event, and then consider what my choices were and why the outcome was the way it was. They also instilled the importance of education in me, that if I wanted to be something, I had to work hard at it and not to expect it to just fall at my feet. And I think that's that strength component. I like to think that I am, and along with her father, raising Georgia with these values, and that she will reflect back later in her life, just as I am now, that we did a pretty good job. That we loved her unconditionally, but we did not let her make excuses for her mistakes, and that she learned from her responsibilities and from her choices. This quote definitely flows on from how I was raised. Both my parents were people that stood for what they believed in. My place hosted political party meetings as well as various other work and community related causes. It was always a house that there was something that we were standing strong for. My dad even ran for a Minister of Parliament position during an election. Whilst he did not win, what I did observe was a man that said and stood for his beliefs, and would not back down when faced with opposition from both the opposing parties and from those within his own. I guess that's where my kind of ballsy attitude comes from. I will always stand up and speak out against something. Sometimes it can come across as bitchy, but in all honesty, it is what it is. I won't sit in the back and let others use their power and their positions to disrespect or disregard other opinions. I have in recent years become even more active in this area because I've watched too many people that are scared to speak out in fear of repercussions. In a way, I look at this as a kind of bullying, and that would be one of the greatest things I will stand strong against. Whether you are 2, 22, 62, bullying in any way, shape or form is never okay. I hear a lot from other people, I've had it tough. The thing is, life is tough for everyone. We need to stop comparing about who has had it tougher and who has had the biggest right to be more angry and bitter at the world. It doesn't matter if we were born into the royal family or into a family battling with financial difficulties. I am sure when Will and Harry lost their mother as young boys, it hurt them just as much as it would hurt any other child to lose their parent. Too often we like to position ourselves as worse off as a way of accepting our lot in life. I like to think instead we need to find the strength to endure whatever tragedies and sadness we've encountered in life, and have the resilience and the strength to live through it, accept it, and grow from it. This is represented by the next quote. Life is always about what you choose to do in a situation. Now, don't get me wrong, things happen in life that we have zero control over in the moment it is occurring. But what we do have is the choice as to what happens after. I don't share what has happened in my past, not because I'm ashamed by it or embarrassed by it, or I want attention from it. I don't say what they are because it doesn't matter. There were heart-wrenching events in my life, as well as cruel acts of violence and power. But the events others suffer are just as valid in their impact on their heart and soul as mine are. I openly discuss my past with those that want to listen, but that's not my goal for today. My goal is to talk about choices and how they can either send you into a world of blame and misery, or strengthen you to develop compassion and the grit to continue another day with the determination to succeed. It's often easy to blame others, God, the universe, or whoever it may be for what has happened in our lives. Sometimes rightfully a person is to blame for the actual situation and did something that was in all ways and purposes wrong. Yes, you were a victim. I was a victim. But are you going to remain a victim for the remainder of your life? I see people justify their life choices and situations by saying, well, it is because so-and-so did this to me when I was 9. Guess what? Something like that happened to me as well. And I don't sit here at 41 using that as an excuse for my behaviours or to justify why I don't feel I should continue to try and make a difference or make a change. The thing is, I'm still alive and I'm breathing, so I am a lucky one. I still wake up to the sunshine in the mornings when others that I love no longer do. Yes, I suffer from depression, anxiety, and PTSD. So what? Is that my excuse? Hell no. It is a condition I have, and I take medicine and therapy for it just like someone would that had high cholesterol. We know that high cholesterol won't lower unless we diet and exercise. Well, depression and anxiety symptoms won't lower either unless you are in the constant pursuit of happiness and strength. I have good days and bad days, but I also have the strength to seek help if I need it too. I've shed so many tears over the years, and I'm unashamed to admit it. I think my family thinks it's cute how easily tears sometimes comes to my eyes. I weep in movies, I sob over news stories, I develop sniffles whenever my kids or my students do something to make me proud of the people they are becoming. I mourn over the loss of loved ones. I cry to myself in the car on long trips when I remember things from the past and my hopes for the future. It's what I do after I finish my blubbering that matters. I get up, I smile, and I face the world, ready to stand tall against those that have come to defeat me. Being strong is not about being hard or as cold as ice. I am so far from that. I am a huge softie that wants the world to be a place filled with love and happiness. Probably, whilst this is a pipe dream, I still think it's the softness to my blunt edges that often confuses people when they meet me. I walk and talk with a confident attitude, something I was raised to do. How does the saying go? Fake it until you make it. I love my family and my friends with all I have, and I think that helps make me strong. I'm often told that I'm intimidating. It is something I have reflected upon many times and have wondered, am I truly unapproachable to people? It's interesting, however, that when these people that feel that way about me take the time to know me and my story, they realise that I am not intimidating. I'm just a woman that has learnt to survive in what is sometimes a cruel world. I don't back down to bullies or to people that try to stand over me. I am comfortable knowing that some people just don't like me. That's okay. I don't need everyone in the world to love me or to like me. I do want them to show me respect and kindness, however. And if they don't, I'll call them out on it. I believe that I have even influenced others to find that strength within themselves, not to be a people pleaser all the time. It's okay to stand by your convictions, even if others may hate you for it. This leads me on to the next quote. I am dangerous. I'm not dangerous because I will hurt you or that I will inflict any kind of revenge on you. I am dangerous because I don't need you. I've been told by many men I've dated or tried to date that I am high maintenance. I'm actually not, but I'm not a pushover either. Nor will I pretend that I'm incapable of doing something just to appear feminine. No way. I will not be something I am not, ever. I tell my students and kids this all the time. If you can't do something, learn a way to do it and keep going at it until you get it. Don't let someone tell you you can't do something just because you don't fit into their perfect little box. Be you, and always be you. That means you are happy wearing a full Hogwarts outfit in public at 41? Then do it. As a mother to a beautiful girl who is happy to stand out from the others, I often get told that I'm cool because I let her express herself in her own unique way. I want her to grow up being comfortable who she is and not to apologise to anyone for being her. I like to think I'm raising her the same way I was raised. I want her to know what others think of her. I want her to know that what others think of her is their opinion and that it doesn't matter if they don't get her. I'm at a point where I think I'm happy with the person I am. I don't look in a mirror and wish that I was someone else. I like me. I like the person I am and I like what I stand for. And I'm just going to insert a little clip where I asked Georgia what she thinks about being strong. Belief about being strong. What does being strong mean to you?
Being passionate about what you want to do and not letting things take over you. I don't know how to...
That's a perfect way to say it. Well done. That's lovely. Good girl. I love you and I'm proud of you. Strong is something that I think I've always had. There's been times when I wished I lived another life or that I looked like someone else. But we grow, we mature with the years and with the things that we endure. I often say we have choices, to let it overcome you or to fight against it. I like to think that all the past experiences that I have had, both the good and the bad, have developed my sense of character, developed the passion in me to be more, to continue to stand strong against adversity, to not let the damage break me, but let it change me into something better. The Japanese have this down pat with their kintsugi, or golden repair. This is a centuries-old tradition of taking broken pottery and fixing it back together with gold or other precious metals, thus making it more beautiful. The art of precious scars, teaching us that broken objects are not something to hide, but something to display with pride, each piece becoming unique and unlike the others. Forgiveness. The hardest thing to master, but the one that makes all the difference. It's easy to blame, to hate, to let the past provide an excuse for weakness. Things happen that sometimes seem so unforgivable. Believe me, I know. I've been there many times. But the thing is, I realised one day, after crying myself to sleep for what seemed like the 100th time, crying, why me? Why did they do it to me? I hate you. That, in fact, the only person being affected by this attitude was me. I was miserable and I was in a dark place. The way to get out and into the light was to go, the only person feeling this pain is me. They aren't being burdened by it. Why do I continue to give them the power of me and my emotions? When I realised this, I was able to forgive and stop the hate and the blame. And from that I moved forward instead of constantly looking back, making a conscious effort to be more optimistic, positive and strong in the new day. And this leaves me with the final quote. Be more than your fears. Be stronger than your demons. Be fierce in your passion for kindness. Don't be anything less than the best you, the strongest you. As always, remember, be kind, be strong, and be a warrior. I'll see you later. Bye.